Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here, doing an individual zodiac sign reading for the sign of Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your north nodes, your natal charts, your P's, your Q's, your I's and T's. I feel like Bob Dole. Bob Dole's here to tell you that Bob Dole double checks all I's, T's, crosses, blah 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 blah. I am a grammatical Nazi and a robot. No, I'm not. That was a horrible impression of Bob Dole or a robot, either way. Simply cutting a little loose here because based off of a reading I gave myself last night and some deep self-reflection about the cards that I was using, because I really feel a partial fondness for these cards, and I didn't think I was going to see this deck for a long time. And there I walk into this dude's room, and there they were sitting. I was like, are you effing kidding me? I love those cards. So the readings became real deep, and it was Spirit coming through desperately saying there is a pause because you are failing to infuse what you creatively put out in the world. God did not put me on this planet to go through the things that I went through in my past, to heal the past traumas I've healed, and to become the spiritual gangsta I am, not to infuse each one of these readings with the sparkle of humor that is me. I have worked really hard on being hilarious, okay? Tact and timing and execution and accents, you know, and being able to recall all kinds of random useless information simply for comedic effect. That's hard work, okay? And I did that because I wanted to make people laugh. It's very important to laugh and heal and see comedy and humor in all of the everyday mundane shit we go through, because God damn it, we make things so boring and complicated, and to laugh at some of that shit just relieves the seriousness and the complexity of things that really aren't that deep or complex. So, anywho, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This message is for you. Your heart is your best guide. If the message resonates, it's for you. I do like to drop messages that might be a little uncomfortable to hear. So denying that that's exactly you, haha, not quite the point. But if you hear something and you can be that honest self-critic that goes, you know what? Yeah, that's me. And allowing somebody to, in a very private, very intimate setting like this, tell you something you may not like to hear is simply your very personal way of working on you and getting you to a result that you will be proud of. An emotional fulfillment, a spiritual evolution, a Christ consciousness that manifests in all of the world and its inhabitants. Amazing! Be a part of that, because God said you can. There you go. And I did. So there. Yeah. Gemini, what messages do we have for Gemini Spirit? Letting that heart resonate for divinely guided messages for some Gemini who just wants to be bigger and more expansive than before, the day before, the energy before. Seeing that expression in all you do. All right. My baby brother's Gemini. All right. Feels good energy there. And Spirit, thank you in advance. The current energy is 5 of Swords, along with the World. Sure. Okay, I'm going to keep going. 9 of Pentacles in your heart space. Chariot. How's that? You are independently driving to someplace. You may not know the destination, but you don't really give a shit, and you are fine being all by yourself. Because this is not really all by yourself. This is so fulfilled that being by yourself is absolutely mandatory. That alone time helps you come to places in you, like I kind of was speaking before I began the message. Weird. That you finding you in an intimate setting that you are comfortable in. It probably doesn't feel good to have somebody you love and care about publicly point out a shortcoming of yours. However, if you click on a YouTube video while you are alone in your room and you're watching it and you hear something that you can privately kind of go, you know what? I do need to work on that. I do need to heal those things. I do need to address those personal character defects that I want to see as a betterment in version of me. This is a different way of going about growth that it might be comfortable as opposed to another person's comfort level. I just want to be that friend and helper on the other side of the camera that's doing light work because I came from some places and I know this is what got me here. Looking at these readings, taking honest internal reflection, and continuously working at times when I wanted to give in, when I had no idea what I was doing or why or what the result was going to be. But wow, I was the result. Amazing. I was the gift. I was the reward. I was the sparkle and amazing thing at the end of all of it. Me. And I'm not even done yet. I'm only getting started. Gemini, this is amazing shit to be revealed. So keep it on, keep it on. Possible outcome. Empress, are you effing kidding me, Gem? Knight of Pentacles. You are manifesting something lush and nurturing. It's your baby. It might be a pregnancy. I don't like to really point at something so specific, but the Empress energy sometimes does tell or foretell on pregnancy. But there's nothing really in this reading simply because there's so many alone cards. This is so an energy of alone and loving it, and alone and appreciating it, reveling in solitude for all of its splendor and glory. And where you find yourself in that solitude is, there's no price on that. The price I could never ever put on finding me on my journey is there's nothing. There's nothing that's valuable enough to exchange for that. Because that miraculous realization of self and an energetic entanglement with everything that is, source energy especially, makes me so like, whoa. Like, I'm still in a humbled awe over what that really means and how that's going to play out for the rest of my life. Big things popping, baby. Big things popping. So this reading is speaking of a Gemini who has ended a cycle where your attitude up to the point was, I don't care who I have to cut, put down, see in the bad position to get where I want to go. This is that winner at all cost attitude that comes from a very misguided way of dealing with the people around you. Even those ones that you're supposed to be in a natural competitive kind of energy with, like coworkers and such, to just cut them down at all cost so that you can say I won is not always the best energy to be in. And you finding in the same current energy, that cycle needs to end. This self-reflection and self-honest appraisal of self is giving you this sense that the independence and fulfillment that manifests everything you freaking want in your world comes through that emotional balance. A cycle like that ending for you. If those are some of your blaring, if this is what's really bugging you and getting you to a point where you can sit in a Nine of Pentacles with the Chariot, driving yourself into the great wide open, absolutely accepting of whatever comes. Because look at that energy of Nine of Pentacles. She knows without even knowing. The unknowing is an excitement and an understanding of the world around her that came through the hard work she got from earning those 9 pentacles. That balanced energy is driving her into spiritual gangsterhood. And then in your possible outcome, the Empress, this is bringing into that actual physical reality of yours all kinds of energy that brings forth new ideas, new love. The spring energy of the world is renewed just by doing cycle work. By allowing the cycle to end, new birth comes. New nurturing, loving energy can come into your life and physically make home right where you want it to go. Your ideas all are gold, and you're manifesting like money and abundance on levels that Spirit is proud of this energy for. Nine of Pentacles comes with a spiritual thumbs up from God. You're doing a good job, Jim. Keep up the good work. Your underlying energy, wish granted. Nine of Cups. Every time you went through something, you grew through it. You lined up your cups, and again, thumbs up from God. Three of Rods, manifesting by simply sitting back and allowing all the hard work you've put in to show for itself. And Eight of Cups, emotionally recognizing the completeness of whatever this dynamic that the first card was about, that Five of Swords dynamic. I don't care who I got to cut to get to the top. That is leaving you, and you are walking away from how emotionally empty it had left you. I'm sure that's exactly what this is. You sit in emotional emptiness and solitude for long enough, you start really going, is it really worth it to be like this? How high up this corporate ladder can I get before I realize that this is only selling my soul for something that's not even fulfilling? I want to be emotionally happy, whether it's with a partner, without a partner, friends around me, it doesn't matter. Knowing that this hard work is going to pay off and manifest everything into your reality. Relationships that are have reciprocity and genuine connection. Everything you feel for yourself becomes manifested in the world around you. This hard work is well deserved reward for emotional understanding in all areas, whether they're mental ways of being in a corporate setting or emotional pain that you've simply guided yourself through some healing to a more fulfilling outcome. Way to go, Gemini. Gemini, you rock. You have victory over whatever this emptiness was. It is over cycle, and you are fulfilled with nines across the board. That's God's number. Just saying. Talk to you next time. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Please subscribe.